Hey guys, so I listened to the lady last night from San Jose. Sorry, it's the police and the helicopter. Anyhow, this is not a live, it's a premiere, guys. I just wanted to touch down with whoever has been following me, and I really appreciate everybody. It's close. Yeah, I listened to the lady from San Jose, and you know, I sure hate she did that. Solely because this thing, there's so many details that are manufactured. You really could not, I mean, this thing now, if someone, and you have to understand the thing that also is very important about trying to preserve the online community, just like you do, you know, the fleshy community, because what happens is new people jump in every day, and these people, they dedicate, you guys, you dedicate hours of your life. So do I, doing this thing. You know, we've got kids running around, we've got car insurance to pay, we've got, you know, we've just got the whole gamut of things that we've got to do, and we're all being, you know, I mean, we're all being, if we're being safe from the COVID, and I hope everyone is, if we're being safe, you know, we're all lacking that engagement from, you know, from the other people bouncing things out, you know, just the things that we took for granted almost a year ago, or right about a year ago. So what happens? Flocked online, and I get it, you know. But what happened is this web-assisted community, it changed. It was already, I don't mean just this community, I mean the web, like I said, the whole web sleuth, web-assisted investigations. They're fruitful, but they changed when everybody was forced indoors. And now you have people who are involved who have personality conflicts, they have mental disorders, they have issues telling the truth, they have the want to be famous, I guess. And so what it leads me to believe, and it's so sad, is that all these people want more out of their life. They think they need more, right? Is this the more? All of this is the more, right? This is what we all been missing out of life, right? This is what makes it all exciting and worthwhile. And oh my goodness, you know, I've fallen into it. Look at me, you know. I woke up this morning and had a chat with somebody and realized what it's all come to, and part of me just wants to walk away, you know. Part of me just is tired of the work that I know that I've put into it, and then something comes along and you know, I've been on like a 2-day low since the sighting at the Bakersfield Motel, you know, I mean, and now San Jose, it's just, it might just be too emotional. You know, when you're on the outside looking in, like most everyone other than ourselves does, you get these inconsistent updates, or none at all in this case, right? And it doesn't make an impact on you, and you're able to move on. You know, you maybe in the moment you're like, oh wow, that's terrible, and you flip past it because there's this rare opportunity. And I say an opportunity, but there's always, you know, opportunity is not always good. We all know that, right? You could have a perfect opportunity to do bad, and accept it with with arms wide open, man. But when these things, you know, I pray one of these things is never drop down in my community where I can touch it and you know, manifest out of it and you know, I pray that behind praying that just no kids around me ever go, you know, go missing, you know. And I was doing predator catches before this happened. I was just, something about the case just was so attractive, and it just, it doesn't draw you in, it sucks you in. And it's been, for me in Dallas, it's been so hard. And so I can't imagine, you know, everybody's stress level and anxiety levels out there. And then in the middle, we got people playing around. We got people that are, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, I saw the redhead, like the very first or second video. I saw her and I was like, wow, like she's on deck, right? And so what happens, you know, for you guys that have these huge channels, what happens is us little people with no channel, like we're not even worried about that. We're watching what's going on, and we're like, you know, we can help. We can help. We can, you know, really make a difference. And then you dig in a little bit, and everyone kind of knows the way I came in here, and it wasn't polite. It wasn't. I came in here and I was a real ass, you know, and that was kind of just the only way I know to just get somebody's attention, right? I mean, that's how I do it in real life, I guess, you know, and so I didn't know any other way. And, you know, I've been schooled to the way that the internet works, but the levels to this investigation. So this is what I can tell you. With just being a good person, and knowing and being a smart, intelligent person, right? There's ways to be absolutely first generation involved from the situation by proxy, because it's in your lap, right? To a lot of the volunteers in Cal City, I'll probably take a bashing because, you know, I'm in Dallas, but for some of you that know, like, I don't have to say too much, you know, it's what it is on that, right? But so it's dropped into your laps, and it's being handled like this. Like, who is the voice of reason in California? They can say, hold on, guys. Let's sit down. Let's talk about what we're doing, right? Are we doing this for TV? Are we doing it for the boys? Because, man, you want to know what? I know how long it takes for me to do this YouTube stuff. And if I was doing all this YouTube stuff and I was in California, I wouldn't be able to do much searching and all of that, right? So if you're on the front line, you have a special responsibility, guys. Man, it's so frustrating. You have a responsibility to handle it like it'd be the disappearance of your own children, right? You know what's funny? Somebody said to me, they were like, you know what? Well, first of all, I heard somebody was making contracts or documents talking about if they were involved in finding the money that they would donate it back. And I thought, wow. To the bio mom. How about if the kids aren't found? You just return the money to who it came from. I see a bunch of people who won't say that it's about the money, but it is about the money, right? All these people want to control somebody else's money. Pocket watchers. Pocket watchers. This whole thing, only Jesus knows how much money has been, made off of this thing. I assure you, more than $122,000. I assure you. I do this here for free. I do this here, and there are people that send money. And guess what? I don't spend a dime of it. And somebody's going to say, oh, prove it. Man, I don't have to prove it. I don't have to prove nothing. Because when the weather turns and the COVID lightens and this thing runs its course, I'm going back to real life. This can't be something, people around me like, Benny, bro, just keep doing what you're doing for a minute, and build build the platform. Platform's cool. It gives me a voice to do my activism. But I too been sucked into using this place as a place to, vomit certain things, so I vomit being unbiased. Well, who am I? Right? Who am I? Who the am I? You people do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. And I don't even want my platform for for when it goes some other way, for somebody to, not somebody, a bunch of people, because now it's a bunch of people. It's jumping now. Come to me, oh, you were right, Benny, or they were wrong, or, even if everyone's wrong, right? I don't want that responsibility. I can't judge people's performance, because then I become unbiased. And so it's a full circle. It's a 720. It's two circles. What the fuck do I do? Right? It's like walking away from something 3/4 built. And you've got, I've got all this time I've invested into this thing away from my children. They're right there talking to me. And, usually I hear their voice when what they're saying turns into my wife's voice. And my wife's like, babe, he's asked you that 2-3 times. And it's like, so the remaining time that I'm here doing this for right now, I got to schedule it. I've got to have time where I don't touch it. I don't think about it. And that's scary, because this thing is so nasty now that when I take a break and come back, a whole bunch of the isms went down, man. The fuckisms, the dumbassery. And we wonder why people of stature and power and real platform want to dip even a pinky toe into this fucking mess. Man, I know several NFL football players personally. I got one that lives 2 doors down from me. We're real good friends. Rico Dowdle. Okay? Now, Dallas Cowboys, running back. Nobody wants to be associated with this. Nobody. Because all you have to do is Google Orrin and Orson West and go about 4 videos deep, and it's turning people away now. My mom knows what I've been doing. I sent her a link the other day, and she says, oh, no, yeah, I've been keeping up with what you got going on. She watched 2 or 3 videos other than mine, and she just, and of course, yeah, that's my mom. You know, so what, by proxy, she's got to like it? No, but she likes it because she sees me doing what she's always taught me to do. Be unbiased. Don't see a color. Don't see a face. If you're going to look at it with empathy. Empathy. Can you relate to this happening in your life? You know, some of you can. And the ones that have had a tragedy of any sort with a child, like, imagine how your situation went down and then kind of weigh it against this thing. And then you start to see it. It's like, well, wow. This web-assisted investigative stuff is supposed to be a template in which everyone runs the same lane, doing the same thing on every case, and everyone works together. And then, you know, a kid goes missing or an elderly that goes missing, and guess what? They want to reach out to the Orrin, you know, whatever our microcosm of people are called, that we're all colleagues in this thing, whatever other people call all of us together accumulatively, like we're our own race of people, whatever they call us, it should be those people up there calling it down and say, hey guys, we got this, go find them. In this community, we couldn't find our ass with 2 hands, our own ass. So, you know, comment below and tell me what you think. I want to ask one question. Have any of you that are really vested in this, have any of you ever had a day where you wake up and you're like, I'm done. I can't. And that's where the devil won for a minute, right? And then you'll settle. I mean, my face has been red this whole video. I can see myself. I'm going to start turning the camera around so I can't, because, you know, I'm pissed. It's just, come on, guys. Hey, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Take care of yourself. Bring the boys home.